Once upon a time, far west in the Marok Kingdom, nestled between rolling hills and a dense forest, lay a peaceful village. This was no ordinary village. Its chief, a wise and respected elder named Quaim, safeguarded two sacred drums that held the key to the village's prosperity. These drums were more than just instruments. They were living spirits that blessed the village with bountiful harvests, good health, and happiness. But like most powerful forces of nature, they came with a warning. A foolish touch could invite a terrible curse. Now, it all began many moons ago when Quaim's grandfather, the village chief at the time, embarked on a perilous journey into the forbidden forest. He ventured deep into the emerald depths, guided by nothing but instinct and the whispers of the wind. Suddenly he stumbled upon a clearing bathed in an otherworldly glow. In its center stood a giant baobab tree, its branches gnarled fingers scraping the heavens. And at its base, almost camouflaged by the lush foliage, were two drums crafted from the bark of the very same tree. These were no ordinary drums. They were imbued with the spirits of the forest, each beat resonating with the heartbeat of the earth. Overjoyed by his discovery, the chief claimed the drums, but not without paying the necessary respects to the ancient baobab. He promised to care for them, to honor their spirits, and most importantly, to use their power only for the good of the village. And so he carried the drums back to the village, where they quickly became integral to their lives. Every morning, as the sun rose over the horizon, painting the sky with hues of gold and crimson, the chief would play the drums. Each note that echoed across the land carried the blessings of the forest, ensuring the day's endeavors would be fruitful. The crops grew plumper, the children stronger, and a general sense of well-being settled over the villagers. But as time ebbed and flowed, a shadow began to stir. A man named Kofi, envious of the chief's elevated status and the drum's power, plotted in secret. His heart, once filled with the warmth of community, had hardened into a cold, bitter knot of jealousy. As the years passed, Kofi's resentment festered, growing like a weed choking the garden of his soul. He watched how the drums had brought prosperity to the village, and his mind, clouded by envy, began to twist the truth. What if the drums were his? What if their power was his to command? The mere thought sent shivers down his spine, a heady mix of fear and excitement. Meanwhile, one sunny afternoon, as the chief was tending to his fields, leaving the drums under the watchful gaze of his wife, Abena, a young boy named Quaim, known for his insatiable curiosity, wandered into the hut. The drums lay silent, patiently waiting for their daily blessing. But the young Quaim, unable to resist their allure, sat before them. He traced the intricate carvings on their surface, each design telling tales of the forest and its mystical beings. Then, as if possessed by an invisible force, he raised one of the drumsticks. The sound that followed was deep and resonant, shaking the very foundations of the hut. Startled by the noise, Abena emerged from the kitchen, her eyes widening in horror. She knew the consequences of playing the drums at the wrong time. With trembling lips, she tried to explain to the wide-eyed boy, but her words were cut short by the booming drums. Suddenly the ground beneath them rumbled. Cracks snaked across the earth, reaching out like grasping fingers. The hut shuddered, its walls groaning under an unseen pressure. Panicked, Abena grabbed the boy, and they fled, the sound of the drums echoing their terror. The drums fell silent as the earth split open, revealing a gaping chasm. From its depths, tendrils of darkness reached up, coiling around the huts, dragging them into the abyss. Within moments, the entire village was swallowed by the earth, leaving behind only the lone figure of Kofi, who stood frozen in shock. When the earth finally stilled, Kofi was the only one left in what was now a desolate landscape. The drums lay abandoned, their magic unleashed, their spirits furious. Desperate to undo the damage, Kofi approached the drums, his envy long forgotten. He begged the spirits to forgive him, promising to make things right. But the drums remained silent, their power spent, their anger undeterred. Only when the true heir to the drums, the chief's son, Quaim, arrived did the drums stir. Recognizing their rightful owner, they shared their sorrow, explaining how their power was misused. Determined to restore his village, Quaim decided to embark on a perilous journey. Guided by the drums, he set off into the vast savanna in search of 4 special items needed to appease the angry spirits. First, he needed the tears of the moon, which symbolized sorrow and renewal. Next, he sought the laughter of the sun, representing joy and rebirth. Then came the wisdom of the stars, aligning in the night sky, offering guidance and balance. Finally, he needed the breath of the earth, a symbol of life and restoration. After days of searching, Quaim returned to the village with the 4 treasures. With these items in hand, he performed an ancient ritual, each step laden with meaning and backed by the drumming of the ancestral spirits. He poured the tears of the moon onto the cracked earth. Instantly, a spring of crystal-clear water gushed forth, nourishing the barren land. He placed the laughter of the sun on the drums, and as its rays touched the rejuvenated earth, plants sprouted, flowers bloomed, and the animals returned. Turning towards the night sky, Quaim invoked the wisdom of the stars. Their light, guiding his every move, healed the remaining damage, restoring the sky above. Finally, with the breath of the earth in his hands, he breathed life back into the village. The huts, once buried, reappeared, whole and intact. The villagers, freed from the clutches of the earth, emerged, blinking in the sunlight, none the wiser about their harrowing journey through the spirit realm. And so life in the village returned to normal, but forever changed by this brush with disaster. The incident served as a stark reminder of the respect and care required when dealing with forces beyond their understanding. And Quaim, now the village chief, ensured that this lesson was not forgotten. He taught the villagers about the importance of honoring traditions, respecting elders, and never letting jealousy take root. As for Kofi, he used this experience as a turning point, channeling his energy into positive pursuits, becoming a beacon of support for his community. Years went by, seasons turned, and the story of the cursed drums echoed through generations, each retelling a reminder of the delicate balance between humanity and the spiritual world. And so the tale serves as a timeless lesson about the dangers of unchecked emotions and the power of unity in the face of adversity. It's a reminder that the drums of our lives, whether literal or metaphorical, should be played with respect and responsibility, for they have the power to uplift or destroy, depending on the rhythm we choose to follow. Deep in the heart of the African continent, where the sun kisses the savanna and the drums speak to the ancestors, there's a profound wisdom that echoes through ages. It's a wisdom that speaks of balance, respect, and the interconnectedness of all things. For the Africans, life isn't just a collection of events. It's a tapestry woven with threads of spirituality, community, and resilience. And this narrative, like many others from this rich cultural heritage, is more than just a story. It's a mirror reflecting the values, beliefs, and struggles of a people deeply connected to their roots. Each drumbeat, each whispered prayer, each step taken on the path of restoration resonates with a profound understanding of the natural world and the spiritual forces that shape it. It's a testament to a society where harmony isn't just a dream, it's a way of life. The respect for elders, the reverence for the land, and the unwavering pursuit of balance in the face of chaos are cornerstones of African philosophy. And in this story, these principles come alive. The drums themselves become more than just instruments. They morph into symbols of the forces of nature, reminding us that power without wisdom is like water without direction, flowing wildly, causing destruction wherever it goes. The journey of Quem, the hero of our tale, mirrors the journey of self-discovery and responsibility that many Africans undertake. His quest for the items to restore his village is a metaphor for the personal growth and the mending of broken bonds that often comes with facing adversity. In a world that often feels disconnected, fractured, and driven by individual desires, this story offers a refreshing perspective. It underscores the importance of community, the power of shared purpose, and the strength found in unity. It's a call to action, a reminder that we are not solitary travelers in this world, but part of an intricate web of existence, where each thread, no matter how small, contributes to the larger tapestry of life. It's an invitation to listen to the drums of our own lives, to find our rhythm in the symphony of existence, and to dance in harmony with the world around us. For in this harmony, in this beautiful, intricate dance, lies the essence of true African wisdom.